Hello, everyone.
Welcome to the Queers of Time podcast.
I'm Matt.
I'm James.
I'm Kenny.
And I'm Kat.
And this is a podcast to talk about all the gay stuff in the Wheel of Time.
Because we're gay and we like the Wheel of Time.
Thank you so much to our Pharaoh Venerator of Soirain, who has supported us since day one, Lurks.
We're continuing our series of episodes exploring the themes discussed in the Wheel of Time Origins animated shorts. In this episode, we're going to discuss The Greatest Warrior, which is the third animated short.
Oh, that's a typo on my end. It's The Greatest Warder. I'm a fake fan. Hashtag fake fan.
James, my God.
It's the greatest
Warder.
The greatest warder of Middle Earth, or wherever the hell this series takes place.
Of Middle Earth, yes.
Yep, Middle Earth. Of Middle Earth, yeah. No, it's actually, I think it's Narnia? I think it's Narnia. I think that's right.
Yeah, but they're in Hogwarts in Narnia, which is set in the fourth age of Middle Earth.
Sure. Okay.
That would explain the overt Christianity.
After the ring is destroyed, it becomes, yeah.
I understand. Okay. That makes sense.
This is why Harry destroyed the ring.
It's all coming together now. It's all making sense.
So speaking of being a fake fan, Matt, when was the first time you watched this?
Today.
Kat, when was the first time you watched this?
Today! This one.
And there we go.
This one specifically, the Warder one, is the first. Today is the first day.
And do you want to explain why you just said, eh?
Well, I mean, I saw, it was a lot of dudes, and my interest in dudes is just, it's minimal, to put it mildly.
At best.
At best.
On a good day.
On a good day. I have a handful of dudes that I appreciate, and Matt is one of them. So, congratulations, Matt.
Thank you. And as for me, I hadn't watched them because I didn't care.
There you go.
Straight up.
There you
also,
go.
this is the first time, like, you weren't here for the first two episodes.
Yes.
That we did of Origins, so you're on this one, and now it is, so this is your first exposure to these, like, wonderful animated shorts.
There you go.
So, welcome.
Welcome.
Welcome to the team.
Welcome. Welcome, Matt.
Yay, I feel so welcomed.
Something tells me.
For y'all that don't know, Matt is, like, turning off his camera
Yeah.
while he eats his chicken nuggets, and it's just really funny.
Something tells me there's some chicken nugget eating happening right now, and I do love that. I absolutely love that.
All of our patrons looking at the unedited episodes are going to be like, what, Matt dead? No, just nuggies.
Is Matt okay? It's just the chicken nuggies.
I did not have masticatory relationships with that chicken nugget.
Are you sure?
Masticatory.
That is a wild word. What a wild word. Oh my God.
Masticatory.
Anyway.
This Origins episode, I see why they made it. It was very good.
Yes.
It just does not appeal to me.
Yes.
Probably because I lack a desire to go to war.
Sure. Okay, that's the reason. You just lack a general desire to go to war? Okay.
I mean, no, I'm thinking of like a line from Will and Grace, Dating Myself, where Will is like, he's talking about a pair of jeans that he got and how they are definitely men's jeans, even though they're women's jeans.
Oh, yes.
And he's like, no, you have to have a Y chromosome and an appetite for war to wear these.
And an appetite yeah, I do remember that. Oh my God. I do remember.
So, I just
Okay.
do not have an appetite for war.
Sure.
Which I think inhibits me from enjoying this episode as much as I should.
It's also, I mean, the structure of this episode is also, I think, quite different than the others. Like the others, there's sort of more,
right,
I think, narration happening. And this one, there are a lot more pauses in between the actual speaking that's happening. And even the speaking that's happening, it's happening between two people, like it's two people that are conversing, I think, right? It's and so it just seems, yeah.
It's very actiony.
Layered.
Not super layered. I mean, there's like a layer.
Well, I guess when I say layer, I mean like there's dudes battling on a field, and then there's two more dudes looking over them. So there's like
Yes.
the action, and then there's side action, which is actually the main action, but it's not the main action. It's the setting for the older dude to tell the younger dude about a flashback, Gaiden getting his Gaidussi whooped by one farmer. And so that's what I mean by layered.
Yes.
Okay, that is fair. And I did see that. I liked that they actually used the name of the Gaiden from the books. That was the greatest swordsman.
Yeah.
And I like that they echoed. I mean, this is his story pretty much. Like he was just defeated by a single farmer with a quarterstaff, and for people that have not read book 2, is it book 2?
Oh no, it has to be book. It's book 3.
When does blank?
It's book 3, right?
Quarterstaff scene happen.
Who's the fake fan now?
I think it's book 3, right?
Oh yeah, it's book 3. Okay, so for those that haven't read book 3,
Yeah, it's book 3. Okay.
chapter 24.
Yes.
Plug your ears.
Yes.
But this scene does exactly happen. A farmer with a quarterstaff defeats two very good, albeit not the best,
right.
swords blade masters. Oh, they aren't blade masters at that point. They're swordsmen.
No, they're swordsmen. Yeah.
But there's 2 of them as opposed to 1.
And they're trained as well. Like they're like significantly more trained than the person in question. And so I did appreciate that of it, and gave a little bit of a perspective, like it just gave us general perspective on sort of the the male side and things that's not connected to the one power, like the sort of the roles that they inhabit when they are not, I don't know,
around Aes Sedai.
Yeah, exactly. And so it's watching it. I mean, again, the animation, I really like it. I really, really like it. It's just, I don't know. There's something about it that it really, really flows well with, I think, thematically. This one is very dark. Like, I mean, literally super dark. Like, it just seemed, I don't know, like, were my eyes playing tricks on me? Did it seem dark to you?
Right.
Too?
Not terribly dark, but it was darker.
Yeah.
Yeah, the beautimation, the animation.
The beautimation. You heard it here, folks.
Beautimation.
The animation is really beautiful. I was taken with how gorgeous it was. It was a little dark.
How gorgeous it was. Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, I think with the content, it made sense about why it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It made sense.
I'm trying to figure out who the animator is for this.
Yeah, I don't remember. I hope whenever we get the actual the origins that we've been promised, I wonder, are they keeping the same, because they're going to be animated as well, right? I think hopefully they're
no, I'm sure they will be. It looks like it's a team.
Okay.
There's a couple of concept artists and then a digital painter.
Okay. Because, like, I mean, one of my favorite things with, like, animated movies and whatnot is seeing the concept art of it. It just really, I don't know, I just really, really enjoy it. And this is very much like, it looks like concept art.
Right.
And I mean that as, like the biggest possible compliment. I don't mean that as an insult at all. It's just, I just really, really like that this is the style that they went with.
Yeah, and I mean, like, that has to be what they were going for. Like, they were going for, like, this is stuff you hear. These are old tales. These are things that you read about in a textbook. Or, I mean, obviously, these are things that are happening. But it's to give you that feel of antiquity, I think.
Yes. Yeah, I agree.
And I think they captured it, like, really, really well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a very grimdark style, except better than most grimdark attempts.
I agree. I agree. Yeah, and I think it fits very well with, I think, thematically with episode 5 especially. Just, like, naturally, because episode 5 is very much about the warder bond. And even though this one, it's not specifically about that, but it is about warders in general for episode 5. And it's, I understand why and I appreciate why they included it. I think there are multiple reasons probably they included it. It's a nice little bit of foreshadowing for who a little bit later on. And then, but also just like talking about warders and fighting and all that jazz.
There was one, like, near the end of it, when the instructor was like, who is the greatest blade master of all time? And then they're all like, Jerome Gaidin. I got very much the sea is always right from Rings of Power. Matt, I know that you aren't familiar, but that is a line from the Rings of Power where they're talking about, like, it's a call and response type thing.
Yes.
And the sea is always right. Like, it just gave me those vibes.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. I kind of chuckled, and it's, again, not necessarily in a bad way, but I did kind of chuckle at that. I was like, oh, okay, interesting. And it does fit with, what we see with warders now, like, or sort of throughout the series. Like, they're very much a brotherhood, and I think they really show that in the show as well, that it's very much of a brotherhood, and they seem to have more, I guess, rituals than I think that we kind of see shown in the books. And I like that they've included that in the origins, this episode.
Because in the books, I'm not saying they're not characters, but I am saying that they can be for decoration.
Yes.
You have a few warders that are characters, but for the most part, they are decorative. And
as they should be.
Okay, they should be hot, but that doesn't mean they need to just be decorative.
They can wear red shirts too.
Yes. But I like that this show is giving them more rituals, more depth, and more backstory, because it can be a little shallow in the books. So it's like we saw in episode 5.
Yes.
And
which one?
Yeah, took me a second. They all blur together.
I know.
We see it a bit in episode 5, and then with this, we kind of see all the training and stuff, and I'm sure we're going to see training in season 2, so.
Yeah. No, it'll be really interesting. I mean, I keep thinking about the ending scene to episode 5 with Lan and the grieving and everything like that, and that's very, very clearly a common ritual that they do for warders who die in battle or whatnot. And I like that with the show, they drew on, like sort of real life cultural practices and whatnot. And that Daniel Henney got a bit of a, like they kind of, is it Korean funeral customs?
I'm not sure.
I can't remember now. Where they have a designated mourner.
Designated mourner, yeah.
Yeah.
Which sounds like a show on...
Designated mourner? Yeah.
Oh, apparently the Designated Mourner is a play.
Oh.
Which was adapted into a film.
I was going to say, there has to be something. There you go. There has to be a piece of media that exists about that. That name.
I know there's a lot of different cultures around the world that have designated mourners. I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
In some countries in Eastern Europe, you can, or you usually hire, women to, wail and follow the procession. So, knowing Robert Jordan, this is very in line with, this is just another reason why why the TV show is in line with Robert Jordan's vision. Because it draws from real world cultures, just like the books did. Yeah, just like the books, yeah. This is a 100% something I think Robert Jordan would have been like, yes, do that. Because it makes, I mean, sorry, maybe we're getting a little bit off topic, but it makes complete.
I mean, it's a short episode. We need to.
I know. We need to, for sure.
Not stretch it out, but go on tangents. It's fine.
We're going on little tangents. Yeah. When Lan is, I just remember, there were some people when the episode first aired and they were like, it's not believable. There's no way that Lan would show that much emotion. And, but Lan was given a duty to do. He was given a duty and a task, and Lan is someone who upholds, he's honorable and he will always do his duty. And so, of course, that's what he did, because he was given the responsibility and the duty to mourn for his friend. And also, like, he can show emotion. He's not a robot.
No, he is a strong man. He has a thirst for war. He does not show emotion. He can wear those jeans, Kat.
He can wear those jeans.
He can wear those jeans.
All right, he can wear those jeans.
No, yeah, I was looking it up. Professional mourning is still practiced in China and other Asian countries.
Okay, that makes sense.
So maybe they also do it in Vietnam, which is where Robert Jordan probably would have been exposed to it. So
completely possible. Yeah, but I liked. I definitely understand why this. It seemed. I just remember when they first were released and going through like the episodes and sort of looking at the description and seeing this one and being like, is everything okay?
Sorry.
That's okay.
The cats had a moment.
Cats always have a moment.
It will fuck you up. Swear to God.
Cats are agents of chaos.
All right, we're good now.
Meanwhile, Matt's having indigestion.
Oh no, well, McDonald's chicken nuggets will do that to you.
Not only did I eat very fast, I ate greasy food very fast with a side of buffalo sauce.
Yep, that'll do it.
Can you please jump in? Can you write a song about how you shouldn't eat? Or no, I'm trying to tie this back to Glee and Mercedes's Tot song.
Oh no. It's honestly, I blocked that. I don't even remember it. I genuinely blocked that out, I think.
Because of the racism?
I have no memory of it. I mean, because of the multiple isms. Because of the multiple things happening with that.
I'm happy for everybody for whom Glee is a positive memory. I include myself in that.
Yes.
However, there are some positive memories that we ought not bring back.
Yes. 100%. Ooh, boy.
For various reasons.
Sometimes those memories come screaming back. For various reasons. Exactly. I agree.
I mean, I would be remiss if I didn't say, like, tits out for Malkier.
Mm-hmm. Always.
When we talk about Land's scene.
Yeah.
We have to say tits out for Malkier.
Tits out for Malkier. Is that the episode title?
I mean, it's either that or he can wear those jeans.
Or he can wear those jeans, yeah. It's one of those two. We'll discuss.
I mean, I did say one of the lines in the Greatest Warder dialogue, going back to what we're talking about.
To the actual topic? Okay. If we have to, I guess.
One thing, if we have to, it does say, like, his sole defeat became a legacy. And I'm like, well, that's kind of... Mm-hmm. He's known for being the greatest thing in the world, and...
Whoops.
And...
I know.
He's known for losing.
I know. It's that whole time as I was listening, like, I'm just like, okay, drag him. Like, wow.
Right?
Just roast his ass. God.
Oh my God. No, it's like, I can't remember what show it's from. I recently watched it, but they were talking about how, like, this guy was telling a joke, and he's like, this guy, I don't know what we're going to call him. We'll call him Brian. This guy, Brian, he builds a bunch of docks, he builds, like, a bunch of buildings and everything, but no one calls him, like, Brian the builder or Brian the architect, but you fuck one sheep, and all of a sudden you're known as Brian the sheep fucker.
There you go.
Well, I mean...
that seems called for.
So, I'm just saying, it's kind of like that.
It is kind of like that. It's almost exactly like that, in fact.
It do be like that, sometimes.
It do be like
that. Yeah, indeed.
Now I'm trying to remember what show that was. Someone in that...
I know.
One of our listeners, please tell me what show I was watching.
Someone will know.
I do watch a lot of media. I cannot narrow it down. It was very likely a streaming thing.
Okay.
But it might not have been, too.
Who knows?
Also, everything is on streaming these days, so that really doesn't narrow it down either.
I was going to say, everything is streaming, right? It's...
Mm-hmm.
No, I have cable.
Oh.
I don't have cable. I'll
say, who has cable these days under the age of 40?
I was like, you have cable?
Under the age of 40?
My goodness.
I mean, we probably pay as much as cable, but still.
Oh, 100% we do. if not more. If not more.
I don't pay for cable. I just pay for the services that I need, like Hulu, Netflix, Amazon Prime, Disney Plus, HBO Max, and a few others that I forgot.
Yep. There you go.
Discovery Plus. Shudder.
Simple. Easy.
Paramount Plus.
Paramount Plus. Lots of pluses, huh?
Yeah. Thanks, Disney Plus.
I'm sure there's a gay one, too.
Gay Plus.
You know, the streaming platform. Gay Plus.
Welcome to Gay Plus. Here, we're all positive.
Gay positive. It's like HIV, but less sad.
Oh, no!
Oh, I'm sorry, Camille. Camille is gonna probably just collapse when they're...
Camille might cut that. I don't know.
You need to cut. It's very funny, but I think you may need to cut that.
Hey, humor is how we deal with dark things, right?
Oh boy. That's true, I guess.
Okay, do we have anything else to say about this?
No.
About this episode?
I don't think so.
No, it's just a bunch of fuckboys.
A bunch of fuckboys.
A bunch of fuckboys, okay. Sounds right.
I mean, yeah.
Kinda.
They were pretty fuckboy-y.
Spelled with an I.
Also, I'm wondering where they were in this thing. Like, were they outside the tower? Were they just in the woods somewhere?
In the woods? Chilling?
I'm like, where are these woods? I don't know.
They're in the bush of Tarvalon.
Okay, well...
Well, thanks so much for listening.
Episode title.
They're in the bush.
Oh my god. You can't just cut that. You can't just, like, steal that from me at the very end. I had
The bush of Tarvalon.
The bush of Tarvalon is not that great.
It's pretty good.
Who did the intro? Oh, right.
I think it's you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I feel like I do it so often. Okay. Thank you so much for... I mostly do it when...
Thank you so much for... Sorry, go ahead.
I mostly do it when I'm like, okay, we're done. We got it.
Yes.
That's a wrap.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Queers of Time podcast. If you liked our show, please give us a review on Apple Podcast. You can also follow us on Twitter for now, Instagram, and TikTok at Queers of Time, and our Discord server, with the link is in the Twitter bio thingy.
Yes.
If you're able, we would love to have your support through Patreon. We actually recently, as of last week, redid some of our... I guess it'll be more than last week after this episode airs, but whatever.
Yes.
At a time and place in the world, we redid our tiers, so go check it out. We also added a couple of things, so have fun. Give us money. That's what I'm talking about. Give us money. Thank you.
There you go. Thank you.
Thank you all for listening. This was Queers of Time, a Wheel of Time podcast. The music is Dance of the Witches by Julius H.